if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up.
Mark Marquez, the dominant champion of COTA, most winning rider in COTA. That's the suit he will be wearing tomorrow. So this is a really unique experience because you don't normally get to see these suits close up. You only get to see them on TV or flying 200 miles an hour down the back. So this is a really cool thing that we like doing with Motovation USA, giving you, their fans and customers, something special and unique to see that you will not see anywhere else. Another thing that we're showing you today for the first time, this is an actual limited edition Supertech R that launches tomorrow. It'll be sold online. I'm not sure what the quantities are, but once they're gone, they're gone. Also, here what we have on display tonight over here against the back wall are our riders' helmets. The SR10 helmet that you've seen, that's Jack Miller's actual helmet he'll be wearing tomorrow. That is Jorge's helmet that he should have been wearing, and that is Pedro Acosta's helmet on the left. Those are their actual helmets. And we just recently launched a new one called Tech Air 5 Plasma. You see those signs up there. So my colleague Brent Jaswinski, who's our Alpinestars technical specialist, is going to run you through this system and why would you want it? Why should you care about it? What does it do? What's an airbag? How does it work? I'm going to hand this off to Brent. He's going to talk about Tech Air 5 Plasma, but we want to thank Mike Griff for the cupcakes. Thank you. And also want to thank the guys from Motovation for tonight. This is really special. This is our second year doing it. We love partnering with them, and we look forward to doing it again. But with no further ado, I'm going to hand this off to Brent.
All right. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? So we'll keep this relatively short and sweet, just to kind of tell you, run you through the technology a little bit, just talk about the ins and outs, the nuts and bolts. But yeah, as he said, this is a technology that has been in MotoGP now for quite some time. Our Alpinestars athletes have actually, in fact, been wearing it since 2009, and in public competition on MotoGP use. But it's a technology that wasn't developed overnight or even over the course of the last few years. This is something that is basically 25 years in the making. As you can imagine, these are systems that its sole purpose is to deploy ahead of the first impact of the crash. And in fact, it's the only system that is certified, or technology anyway, that is certified to deploy ahead of the first impact of a crash. And the way in which it works is, you basically just put it on, zip it up, and swing your leg over the bike and go. There's no tethers connecting you to the bike, there's no physical sensors, there's no GPS or anything like that. It's all fully contained here within the back protector. And this new Tech Air 5, we've had a lot of different systems, released into the market for public consumption. This is basically our 12th system that we've launched. And we basically listen to everybody's feedback and comments and wants and desires. And basically with this new system here, we have, we've made it lighter. It's over 25% lighter than the system that it replaces. It's also much more breathable. Like all these areas here, the stretch single layer fabric material areas are all super breathable. It's cut higher in the shoulders, so especially for you guys riding sport bikes and whatnot, in that position where you're kind of hunkered over, really good comfort, any sort of kind of reduction of any type of material or excess bulk. But the way in which it works is it uses a series of triaxial sensors, including 3 accelerometers and 3 gyroscopes, sensing in 3 dimensions across 3 axes. And they're constantly monitoring your movements and motions while on the bike on a millisecond level. So 1,000 times a second, it's constantly, basically analyzing what your body is doing. And if it detects some sort of a crash unfolding, doesn't matter what type of crash, whether it's a loss of control or an impact or collision, there's an argon canister in there that'll inflate instantaneously within milliseconds to inflate, which you'll see here in a second, the rider's full chest, ribs, shoulders, collarbones, full back, and upper arms. And if any area that the airbag bladder covers, it reduces up to 95% of any sort of impact energy from transferring through to the rider's body. Of course, obviously on any area that the bladder covers. And obviously a lot of us, I'm sure we're here because we enjoy, riding nice, fast motorcycles. And it's not the speed that gets you, in trouble. It's the coming to a sudden stop. And so with technology like this, if you can reduce up to 95% of that impact energy, that's huge. That's basically the equivalent of wearing either 18 CE level 1 rated back protectors or 9 level 2. You can imagine it'd be like stacked out to here. But this obviously only deploys when you absolutely need it to, and it's also fully user serviceable as well. If you want to see how that works, it's super simple. It's pretty much as simple as righty tighty, lefty loosey. And you can deploy it 6 times. You'll have to get a new canister each time. Those are about $120 a piece. But you can deploy that 6 times before you need to send it in. Now, obviously, hopefully you never have to deploy it ever, but that's the level of protection and convenience that you get with this system. So let's see what this thing looks like blown up. Let me just get this connected here. Give me 1 second. We're on, right? We're on.
You said this takes 1 millisecond.
Alright.
Get your phones out.
Alright, here we go. We're going to do this in 3. Maybe move your, yeah, there you go. 1, 2, 3. So that happens in milliseconds. That was about 25 milliseconds. To give you an idea, the average blink of an eye is only about 190 milliseconds. So it's about 8 times faster than the blink of an eye. In fact, 25 milliseconds is 1/40th of a second. So if you can imagine that, you can have 40 of these deployed back to back to back to back to back to back, all within the span of a second, and it all goes back to the idea of deploying ahead of that first impact or crash. And then already, it's basically it's pretty much getting softer now. You can feel it, you can squeeze it, it's not so hard. There's a release valve on the back that allows it to deflate that much faster and allowing you to get back on the bike that much sooner, assuming the bike is good to go. But anyways, if you guys have any questions on that, feel free to grab any more of us. And thank you to our volunteer here for the deployment. But yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good night, and again, thanks to the team at Motovation USA for having us. This is a great event, great motorcycles, great gear, great people, great food. That's what motorcycling is all about, is having a community of people that believe in riding, and we want you to be as safe as possible, going as fast as possible. So, enjoy yourself this weekend, have a great MotoGP weekend. Thank you everybody for coming out tonight, and thank you Motovation USA.
Every day brings a new challenge, a new goal, a new dream waiting to be realized. It's not just about reaching the finish line. It's about the journey, the drive, the determination. We are here to fuel your passion, your ambition, your motivation. Because every step forward Every triumph, big or small, starts with one question. What's your motivation?
MotoGP 2025 here. Michael Griffin here with Corner Speed 33. We're here at COTA, here in the U.S., America Raceway, and they're on round 3. Will Marc Marquez pull it out again? Do not know, but hey, it seems like he's back and he's ready for action. But the biggest thing is, and if y'all remember last year when we came out here for the race weekend, it was phenomenal. I got to meet Jorge Martin, who unfortunately is not going to be racing this week, but there's maybe a little opportunity for me to get to meet him again. And if I do, I did purchase his replica helmet and hopefully I get that signed. But really, what are we doing this weekend? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know, because we're trying to see if we can top last year, and I'm very excited. And the biggest thing, the reason why we're here is to support MotoUp. If you ever come to MotoGP, especially here in the US, I would recommend purchasing your sweet tickets through MotoUp, but I suggest you, because they do a bunch of auctions. Last year we got to get on the grid for the race, got to meet Jorge Martin and the entire Pramac racing team. It was phenomenal. So hopefully this year we can top that, but I think it's kind of hard to top that. So stay tuned. Let's see how this weekend goes.
Incredible what we get to experience here in this room. So thank you for supporting it and sponsoring and being here and supporting our vets. And we hope you have a good weekend.
There you go, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. You, Mike?
about to get the
Being
shout out.
a huge walking mountain that he is, you'd be surprised.
I told you, you want to go with the flow, baby. Oh, Ryan ain't even over there. This is what it sounds like right now. This way, hold on.
Airbag.
Keep it flashing green.
Thank you. Yeah. You ever had good time? See what happens. It's like boom.
Oh, it's different. Everything is different. So it's more feeling. You can be faster, but especially when you're going in the corner. So this here was like pushing a lot on the front.
2,000. 2,500 for 4. Hold on. 26. $3,000. Don't get no better than that. Don't get no better than that.
MotoGP Party, folks.
Party of 4. We're at 3,500. 3,500. 3,600.
Yes.
We're at 3,600. Thank you. 36 looking for 37. 37 looking for 38. Thank you, Griffin.
Thank you, Griffin.
3,700 looking for 38. Your Amex has no limit?
No limit, baby.
So can we fill in the number?
Not at all.
All right. We're at 43,000.
45.
We're at 43,000. 4,500. Griffin's at 4,500.
4,500 for Griff.
On his
4,500
Amex
for
card. 4,500, and he gonna get some air miles. That's right.
47.50. Griff.
47.50.
Come on, Griff.
Come on, you know that Amex got more on it.
Come on, Griff. Come on. I see your Instagram. Come on, Griff. You got it. Come on, Griff. Griff.
Forget his Instagram. I see them diamonds around his neck. We'll take those.
Those ain't real. You got them on TikTok.
BT, we're trying to get money out of him. Stop insulting him. We're at 5,000.
We've been drinking.
5,000. 5,000. 5,000. Wait for more. We're at 5,000. 5,000.
You said no, you can have it.
What? Yeah, just said 5,000. You know, if you guys were to not help me, how much money would we really make? Man, I thought I had a team behind me. They're killing me here. 5,000 going twice. Sold!
And so what do you do?
Basically, I'm in charge of. I look after the MotoGP riders' helmets. Between sessions, literally what I'm doing now, just give them a good clean off, service the visor, change tear-offs if they need new tear-offs, they do. And yeah, if visors have chips or anything, I replace the visor, put new visor on. Obviously, all our comfort liners are removable, so make sure they're all still attached and in correctly. Sometimes when they pull the helmet off, it can, if they pull it a bit too hard, stuff can come loose, and obviously we don't want that coming loose during a session. So yeah, bottom line, just make sure the helmet's ready to roll every session. Ready to roll.
Might be an even wash. So we'll see.
I'm just waiting to see. I'm playing the salary game, not the point game right now. Trying to get the people who are gonna go up so that I have more to play with at the end.
But if I pick Frankie, Frankie's value will go up.
His is definitely going up. Yeah.
So
I think Iogura's value is going up for sure. Furman Aldiger,
yeah, but Frankie's value may go up even more because he's actually placing. He podiumed last race, and then he's 4th place now. And if he gets if he podiums tomorrow, his value is going to be more than Aligura, but it's not placed. Remember, Aligura got disqualified last week, so his points didn't even count.
Yeah. That was the real. So we won a national championship. That was my jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can still put it on. Go ahead. Yeah, you can still put it on. Yeah, go ahead, put it on. There you go. See what you actually look like if you can play the same sport.
I don't think so. Okay. Okay. Ah, it's not bad at all.
Hey.
How it feels? Make a photo?
Yeah, make a photo. Yeah. So yeah, I saw your helmet that you're doing right now, and I was like, oh, that's dope. Like, you got the whole thing, you got in the locker room, and I was like, let me bring my jersey out and see if he can put it on. I was hoping you were able to put the helmet on or whatever, but.
Fine. Helmet.
I know you had a helmet, but again, I know you're busy. You got not too much time, and you got to focus. You're working. I respect that. So definitely. But also brought your helmet, a football. I was gonna sign the football for you. I don't know. Can you catch?
We try if you want.
You want to try? Let's see. Let's see if you can catch. Let me see if you can catch.
Okay. You know what the fingers? How far I have to be?
You right there. We good.
Yeah.
You ready? Okay, we got it. But now I was gonna sign it, take it back, whatever. Say we appreciate everything you do.
Manu, cuelga.
So just want to get that to you, whatever.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Good luck tomorrow. Yes, sir.
Fine. We make up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they killing me. They're costing me a lot of money. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Talking out.
How you doing? It's Michael Griffin, Corner Speed 33, and we're here, race day, here at COTA, here in Austin, Texas. Today is March 30th. Who's going to win? Let's just not be dumb. Pretty much we all assume that Marc Marquez is probably going to win today, followed by Alex Marquez. Third place is probably be up in the air. But so far, I told you, we're going to wing it. We winged it.
we did some lot of great things. We got to hang out with Ryan over with Alpinestars. He actually got my helmet ready for tomorrow for Racer Days for Aprilia. We also got to hang out in the Alpinestars. We met 650 Eve. He said he met me for the first time, but this was actually the second time he met me. Unfortunately, I had long hair back then, this time short hair. I don't know why he said he doesn't remember me, but he cannot remember my guy who's behind the lens right now, Nick's name. For some odd-ass reasons, excuse my language, but he just can't remember his name, so I got to keep helping him out. Fast Lane D, yes, matter of fact, I've been wearing your shirts all weekend, so I might need to get a paid partnership to be your model. I actually make this thing look really good, and everybody keeps complimenting me, talking about the great material, how I make it look great. But again, we had a fantastic weekend so far. All the way from hanging out with Pedro Acosta briefly. He got to wear the Rose Bowl jersey that I won in the national championship. He actually caught a football, which is very surprisingly because I'm sure he's used to riding motorcycles only. Got to run into Digio. I asked him, does he think he can play American football? He just laughed and was like, absolutely not. He doesn't understand how we can play football. I'm like, I don't understand how you can drive a motorcycle 200 plus miles per hour going down a back straight and then trying to stop to a complete stop. But it's been a great weekend so far, and today is race day. But we're about to go hang out with Aaron Colton, see his stunt show, see what he brings to the table, see what type of unique tricks that he can do, because I'm actually supposed to be going to California and hang out with him, play a round of golf. But that's something we're going to bring to you in the future. But stay tuned. Just hanging out with us, you never know what's going to happen. So let's enjoy the day. Hope it's a great race, and get back to you and have a finished recap soon. Griffin here, and I'm here with Aaron Colton. Hey, tell us a little bit about what you do and what you're doing here today.
So I do a little bit of everything with motorcycles, but specifically what I'm doing here today at COTA is exhibition stunt riding. It's something I've been doing yearly at the MotoGP. It's one of my favorite events of the year. Basically everything your mother told you to not do on a motorcycle is what I'm doing in a professional environment and just honing the craft.
So what got you into this?
So the love of motorcycles got me into this, but honestly it was DVDs at motorcycle dealerships. You know, you go to the motorcycle dealerships, you see the DVDs of all the guys of like serving it up and Judgment Day, and then eventually you run into someone that has a bike that looks like those videos and you start asking questions. And at the ripe young age of 12, 13, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
Tomorrow is Racer Days, and I know you do a lot of stunning, but do you do a lot of track riding?
So I used to be pretty quick on the track. And it's been a while, but I just started dipping my toes in again the last couple months. I got a Triumph Daytona Moto 2, and I'm very excited for the Racer Day on Monday.
Okay, so that means you're going to be out there with us. So I guess we're going to get to hang out tomorrow.
We're going to get to run around, buddy. It's going to be great.
I guess I'm going to follow your lines, because obviously you're the professional that can do a lot of things. So I'm excited to be out there tomorrow with you. And then we also talked about me coming out to your territory.
I know. I would love it. I would love it if you came to the residency with me, stayed at the Red Bull APC, saw what it's about, maybe golfed a little bit. That would be a treat.
I'm looking more for the golfing. I don't know about the working out part. I've been retired from that, but I am very interested to see what you do to train and to be able to do this, continue to do this. But I look forward to hanging out with you tomorrow.
Thank you for stopping by, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Aaron, folks. Showing some real precise riding. One-handed. This is where the rear brake and hear for Aaron Colton, making it look really, really easy.
Here we go. Yikes! Yikes! Oh! Nice job, dude. Very nice. Very nice all-star performance. What do you guys think of Aaron's precision riding, folks? Let's hear it for him. Let's hear it for Aaron Colton, Red Bull freestyle rider from Santa Monica, California.
But I have seats to grab because I have a GP race coming. So big thank you to everyone for coming out today. Thank you. See you next year.
We'll take it. We'll take the second. Yeah, it's true. Good here. Yeah.
Dave, get in there. Let's just not be dumb. Pretty much we all assume that Marc Marquez is probably going to win today.
Aprilia Days.
All right,
Racer
everybody,
Days.
let's get things started here. First off, welcome to Aprilia Racer Days at Circuit of the Americas 2025. Let's get a big round of applause for everybody to come out here today.
tantissimo, molla. Sì, sì, sì. Al centro curvo, sai che è un po' l'on-off di quello originale, un po'...
Grazie mille.
Well, pretty much that wraps up everything. Today is Aprilia Racer Day. Had a great time with Aprilia. I will be getting one very soon, hopefully soon as next month. But like I said, it was going to be a great race, and it was. Pecco finally got the win. Got to meet a lot of people. Got to hang out with VR46. Got to hang out with Prix. Shout out to Roma. Got to ride around with Fastlane D. Got to ride around with Josh Herron. Cameron Peterson, the Aprilia Race MotoGP team was out there, got to ride with all of them, but you name it, we done it. Did we top last year? I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that. But with that all being said, we did get some pretty cool autographs. And when I mean autographs, limited edition Marc Marquez boots, we got those. Shout out to Alpinestars, especially Ryan from South Africa. He actually helped me out with the helmet and stuff. Shout out to him, his brother Bjorn with the KTM team. Literally, we just had a blast. So stay tuned. Hopefully bring you some more stuff. Last but not least, y'all saw Aaron Colton, his stunt show. We will be making a trip out there. I may attempt some of his tricks, but I doubt it. Hopefully my Alpine Star Tech Air 7 works, but we will see. Thank you.